Hey, what's up, guys? First of all, I'd like to thank all who wish me well on my recovery. I'm recovering. I'm still out. It's been a month now, over a month, just over a month. And I see the doctor tomorrow, and hopefully I can get a release to go back to work because I'm feeling real good. You know? Last weekend I was in the park at a picnic, and I played ball. I haven't done that in a long time. I played ball. I had a great time. And this morning I helped out a friend and I did a brake job on his RAV4. I've never worked on a RAV4 before, but I watched some YouTube videos and I pulled out my tools and we went at it this morning. It took me about 90 minutes, but it's done. And it's working good. He's happy. So I'm feeling real good. I need to go back to work. But to let you know, I haven't been loafing. I did a lot of paint work on the P-40 here. As you can see, check her out. She looks good, doesn't she? See, I want World War II Pearl Harbor colors. And as you can see, this baby looks good. Everybody has a P-40 with tiger teeth, but not too many people, if any, have a regular P-40 with no camouflage, no tiger teeth, just a nice P-40B, and this was perfect. Now, I followed Chris, the RC geek. I followed his instructions when it came to finishing this. And if you watch his videos, RC Geek, I followed his instructions when it came to refurbishing and repainting a foam plane. This looks great. First, I stripped it down, got all the decals off. Since it was still the same color I'm going to paint it, I was going to pretty much paint it. I didn't take off all the paint, because I wanted to make a nice undercoat. But I did finish it up before painting. I did finish it up with polyacrylic protective finish. So underneath all this paint is this poly finish protective acrylic to give it some resilience to dents and scratches and whatever else. This stuff works great. I think I only paid $8 for this at Home Depot, and it's lasted me a long time. And it's good for foam planes if you're repainting, or if you don't repaint it, put on a few coats of this. I think I put on a couple heavy coats on this, and it gave it a plastic coating, which is nice. It gives it a nice plastic coating, and it'll help protect your foam plane. And that's what I did with that. And I did crash proof it too. Just in case you're wondering what crash proofing is, check out Steve at Killer Planes. He shows how to do crash proofing. Foam planes like this, he says, it's like having a body without a skeleton. Even though foam planes are great, they put them out quick as far as production goes, and you can get them in the air in an hour. Because honestly, I've had this thing since February or March, but due to other things and it's not in the air yet. But I've been making sure that when it goes in the air, it stays in the air, even after a crash. And that Hellcat's proof of that. I piled that baby up twice, and she still lives with very minimal damage. I remember when that happened at the airfield, everybody was like, "Oh, that plane's finished." I'm like, I crash proofed it. Crash proofing with Steve is using carbon rods. Now, like I said before, I found a bunch of carbon rods like this out at the Toledo show for a real good price. So I got me a mess of carbon rods. I had to go and get a few extras too. And what you do, you take those rods. Well, I'm going to use this birch wood to show you how. You drill a hole into your plane at a most obscure spot, but this nose here is kind of curved. So I kind of couldn't figure out how Steve made that carbon rod bend, because carbon rods don't bend. And I turned out, the way I had to do it, I had to actually cut a hole here, and then line it along with a fuselage. Got a drill bit. Well, he takes drill bits. I actually turn these into drill bits, and it works great on foam. Ran the drill straight through, keeping it lined up. If it went off, I'm going to have to bag up and start again. Same way if you're working with a drill gun. I got rods all the way to the tail. And then I had to putty up the nose with some filler and sand it back smooth. Once I got 4 rods in here. Steve probably puts about 40 or 50 rods in his plane, which is good, but you don't need that much because I think with my Hellcat I got 20 rods in there. Not even 20, I got about 15 rods in there, and it does a great job. So I don't put as much as Steve in because I'm not as proficient at it as he is. So I got 4 running down this, 2 running down the sides, 2 running down the other side. I got extra rods in the elevator and the rudder. In fact, I noticed that they make these more sturdier now. They actually add a plastic rod in there, but with my extra, there's no flex because these elevators were flexing. When I put them out of the box, yeah, they were flexing. But when I put that extra rod in there, they don't flex no more, and that's what you want. I got 4 rods in the wings, which is good. And in fact, here, I'll show you. Let me show you how that wing looks. You'll like this. Swing it around. Here's my wing. Now, according to the instructions, doesn't that paint job look nice on that wing? Can you guys see it? That paint job look nice on that wing? Now, I'm about to cut this because I'm running low on battery power. I'll make another video for you, okay?